Okay, we should be good to go on that. And then we've got this for the group. Make sure everybody knows this. We'll post that elsewhere. Let's go. And I'll fire that on X as well. While we chop around and sort out whatever we're going to do.
That might have been a good accumulation manipulation there. Right by the protected low on the 15. That's why I hate open though. Just trying to wake up and it's like so wild.
Yeah. And then I should be able to stream this to here. Now let's see what this or I guess it doesn't really even matter, does it? If it's streaming already into here, then I don't need to actually do this. I need to stop streaming that, and I can just put my screen up as per usual, shouldn't I? All right. I think we're ready to rock. So pretty much everything that we called yesterday coming to fruition. We have been inside of a higher time frame SNDR for quite some time, right? In fact, since the 22nd, what day is it today? 24th. It's a couple of days, right? That 4 hour actually failed. It doesn't look like it failed here, but we've actually been inside of a range right above, or right underneath, sorry, this protected high, right? Not this one. This was a failed low. So in reality, we've got this going on. Let's get rid of that snap. All right, so you've got this. And for us to break that high, usually, as you see on lower time frames and whatnot, we build areas of consolidation. So we're building this area of consolidation. And then what's our next expectation? Our next expectation is on lower time frames. So for example, use a 15. We had this sharp movement down yesterday, or rather yesterday night. And then yesterday we had our rally, which led to more sideways to downwards price movement. And wanted that grind for London. Why? So that we can now build a lower time frame SNDR to then break as well. Now the problem is that you have a protected high here, and we've got two scenarios. Either one of them leads to this being taken, right? And whether we take it and then we range for the morning, and then we get some sort of a lift maybe next week or later on, not really relevant, right? We're going to take this high, and then we determine whether we come back into the range and have a rocket ship, or whether this higher time frame SNDR is done and we actually are running substantially up, which is also feasible today. Either way, I will not be shorting into this structure whatsoever. I'm looking to take some long positions. I might have already missed one, and ride this up. We'll see where that goes. How's everybody's morning going? Where you at, Mikey?
Right here, brother.
Did you already get in on this?
No, not yet. It just looked a little too wild for me at open.
Fair enough. Right, so ideally we sweep out, which doesn't necessarily need to happen, right? You've got this strong movement. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually ran out this low
Yeah.
before we had a nice move, and that would kind of come back into this zone here that was responsible for not only mitigating this, but having this strong market movement, breaking internal structure here. Was kind of a major area of decision making yesterday. But again, you won't find me shorting down into anything today, despite how beautiful it looks, right? We've got a nice body closure here on that strong push up. I don't think the market's ready yet, but we'll see. Can you decipher the 1 minute failure at the lower time frame SNDR? Yeah, you're inside of a intermediate to higher time frame range here, right?
Oh,
So
there she goes.
is she gonna go already? Right. So this high here at whatever that high ends up being, it looks like 16, 17 or so. You get 60 points higher. Definitely don't need to, if you are long already and it starts moving, just trail aggressively. Right. And I think it's valid. Like, I don't necessarily think that's the greatest short setup anyways, right? You do have a valid high here, maybe a tap back in or something after breaking order flow higher. You can understand it, but you won't find me taking any short positions against this sort of structure because of the possibility of just having go time. Just having go time. It's probably perfectly feasible to be hopping in pretty much anywhere in this 5-minute pullback, expecting higher prices. You probably got a decent probability of that. And we're seeing it start to lift as well. Oh, was it? Was there PMI news? That'd be beautiful if they ran it out. Sweep these guys, violent moment, and then recovery, and then just blast. I'm probably going to adjust this, being a little bit more. Right, so sort of an ideal situation. We fail here. I don't really see any signs of that so far, but looking for this high to, I think we just got a body closure above it, unfortunately. Right? But ideally, we sweep out sort of these 945 lows en route to this. We have a little bit of our movement, and then we get something like this that eventually mitigates this area. We have a little bit of consolidation in your higher time frame area, and then we just blast up to here, would be my guess. Which would be ideal. Obviously not shorting. I can't go long in here, although I can understand it just flying. Yeah. Everybody understands structurally, though, why we're looking higher and quite a bit higher? Cool.
Maybe we get a good like 10 a.m. continuation play here. Let this candle close above on the 15 and then come back in to like that little volume imbalance or whatever.
Yeah, and in the event that we just start running and we get some form of a cheat code entry or something like that, then fine. Yeah, this looks like it's just ready to go.
Off to the races.
Yeah. You saw that triple top overnight. I know some of you guys grabbed that short and wrote it down. Nasty bit of price action, that ledge there.
I seen in the general chat Tommy was all over it last night.
Was he?
Yeah, of course.
What a guy. Pull this over there. I'm not even logged into Trade-Evade. I was trying to get everything sorted out.
We got a 5-minute closure over the highs. Really like to see this 15 close, and then we can hunt continuations.
Come on, come down there for us. Come down there for us. I mean, that's a strong 5-minute candle. We do have a nice flat bottom there, but we're basically leaning on just them. Well, not only do they have to break 5-minute structure now in order for us to get our pullback, but we are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th attempt to reverse the trend if it can. Right? So that's a little nasty. We're basically hoping that this fails and then comes back down. And that would take everybody out. That's been long. That hasn't really had any up or any issue being taken out other than this, which is fair. If we're going to move in a higher time frame, that's all it's really going to take. We'll see. What time are we at? 9:50?
Yeah.
Sometimes patience pays, sometimes it does not. But over time, it certainly does. Look at this. Could have probably justified a scalp from that area of interest. But this is obviously out now. It was a bit of a tall ask with the 5-minute structurally being the way that it was, but need to be able to justify getting involved too, right? Had we swept and failed underneath here and failed to try and create a valid high, I would have been involved. Just don't like buying at the top of trends, even if it does pay here. Even if it does pay.
Definitely not the goal for consistency.
No. But there was a 1 minute inversion.
Hmm. Excuse me.
See, all these failures, they get you emotionally invested at how fast it moves down. That was 20 points top to bottom. Very, very quick. What are we looking at here? Do we have a 5 minute? Probably do, eh?
We got a 5 minute fair value gap, like right under this
This closed in
shelf.
here too. I think that lines up quite nicely if we were to draw something from here.
Yeah.
Right, you now got 46.
Yeah. Like I say, I would love to see the 15-minute close up above here, like above the highs, right?
You're looking at 15,
Yeah.
yeah, fair. You got 4.5
And then,
minutes.
and then if that closes up there, then that's a pretty big high probability play in my. But I want to see that strength so that we can play the continuation. Shark Man, what's up, brother?
That's a nasty candle. The 946. What was that? 34. Only 34 points. Looks a lot more menacing, perhaps. I gotta change the color scheme on this. 23.6. Did we decide pink? Was it like a dare or something, or what's going on here? Yeah, purple, that stands out a little bit better, I suppose.
I don't know how you do that white background, man. That's psycho behavior.
No, it's. I can't have the black and gold if I have a dark one,
I guess so. You could go with
right?
gray or
You
something,
don't
man. That
remember
would just
the
burn.
blue background we did for like recording for a little while?
Yeah, but like, man, that'd be so hard on my eye. It's
Yeah.
already hard enough on my eyes. Oh, this 15-minute now.
I don't think our 15 minute is gonna close up here. This is violent.
This kind of takes me out of this continuation play now too. Rule based unless we can close above here on the 15. I think we might get that, what you were talking about. And now that the 4 hour has pushed a new high from that fair value gap, we could get a retracement down into the data lows potentially as well. But we'll see how this 15-minute closes here if we're able to.
I think we pop back up to here at least, but we'll see.
Yeah, see if we can close above this range here, 15. We got 2 minutes left, so.
Again, I don't care how good this looks. You might get a strong movement short from this, but for me, it's not strong enough. This would be a standard like setup that I would usually like, right? Like the failure to make a valid low inside of this, and the sweep failure, right? But I think that was a valid 10 point play. But I'm not really interested in taking scalps right now. Bandit love my charts. White with neon. White with neon. Duh. Right, so had to reach into that area of interest. Again, not interested in shorting. Why? Because if the 15-minute does have a body closure above here in 26 seconds and a confirmed breakout, we still could get that trade back down, but I think we've already done that. And now looking a little bit silly that I'm not involved maybe, but I think the risk was there, right? The risk was there with this pullback. I definitely like the setup. You could argue on both sides. I think we get a bit of a deeper one into this area, which would coincide with this nice fractal from
Oh,
what do we get?
15.
It closed inside, didn't it? By a tick? I don't know.
Let's see here.
I don't know. Yeah, Tom hit it as well. Yeah.
Close.
That's right. There'll be other trades. I would definitely be holding this if you guys are long for this high, assuming we get follow through, and you're probably break even otherwise, just because of the potential of this thing running. Right, you're leading on 5-minute structure, which is lovely. Hopefully we don't. I mean, obviously not being involved, I wanted to trade all the way back down into here, but if you guys are still in, then. Can't justify hopping in right now, but this would be the area that it rejects, which it looks like it's having a lot of difficulty with.
That 15 closing inside the range really messes with my continuation plays here.
With that long on ETF at least, which has been kind of like my scalping with trend account, officially just qualified for a payout.
Nice.
5K in 10 days per account, not bad. I think people are correct in saying that traders, like last year, prop went through a major transformation. And let's get rid of some of this stuff now. And that, look at that short though, eh? Still concerned about the failure here, but regardless. I think prop went through a major transformation, and that people are going to start collecting live accounts from firms if CME is going to start to really get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least reputable firms. I think it's shocking that I haven't had anything from Apex with all the money I made from them last year.
Like I told you, man, it seems like anybody that takes Apex for anything worthwhile talking about, they just give them their paper and give them
Pretty
the
much.
locking papers.
Pretty much. Probably see a reaction from this draw. You've got a liquidity gap here and this flat bottom at 30, which we just bounced off of. Could be a little bit of inducement and then trading back in. Again, you have 5-minute structure here, right? So I think it would be surprising if we broke the lows all the way down here at this point.
That 15 minutes got me worried, man.
That closure inside, I think there's a reason for it. I don't want to be too perfect with it, but I can definitely understand. Like, we very well could sweep here in 11 minutes and just chop around here and then absolutely run. I'm still expecting a blast.
Yeah, but where does it come from now, right? We might have to go to the whole way to the bottom of the range. Oh, that's a pretty good buying came in there.
Probably, I mean, that was pretty violent, but probably somewhere in here would be my guess, right? Midpoint of the 5-minute zone. We've now taken this gap. Ideally, we get a 5-minute closure like here, and then we sweep and then go. And at worst, we trade back into here. At best, that's the low of the push at 10 o'clock. Definitely violent though. Right, this is your second distribution, violent. Right, I think we take this 945 low at 18s. Right, haven't quite got there yet. I don't want to be perfect about it, but if we're reaching for an objective, I think unlikely that we take this, but it's obviously possible if we don't stop in here. In fact, I'm probably going to take my stop here with a small stop. Right. Worst case scenario, we trade back into the prior zone. Best case scenario, it ends up being the low of the move. It's very possible that we sweep it out, given that that 5-minute closure was actually right there. Actually, I'm going to move this slightly. But if we get a smiley face in here and we blast, then this would be your target at 38.5. Right? So this would be reaching this objective being done. Obviously, we could sweep down here. I'm actually going to move this a little bit further. We're risking a big collapse, about 15 points. But that's only in the case that we sweep underneath this 5-minute low and then go. But it would have to be a sweep and a fail. There it goes. Right, now we need to see a little bit of follow through. Otherwise, this is going to be a quick exit probably. Ooh, that's some nasty shoving coming in. It's got to fail here now. Come back down, give me an ad. Come back down and give me an ad. Give me an ad. Not gonna do it, huh? Oh, mother of goodness. Alright. You know what? I'm actually going to leave this here. Just because of how violent that was. I do really like the idea, especially the movement. Obviously, I'm stop break even now. We got our 5-minute sweep. Your 5-minute candle is actually quite a bit higher, so I could probably justify this if we're really going to run. Being very cognizant of 1-minute structure that sent us down in the first place. Violent. Let's go. This was probably an early break even, but given the setup, I think that it was viable to do so.
Yeah, you don't want to see it come back down there now.
No, I think this is done. If we're gonna run, this is done now. Not liking the energetic selling pressure, but again, setup wise, I'm fine with it. This is getting me a little spooked. That's got to fail there, otherwise this is in trouble.
Yeah.
But stop break even just in case. Probably should have added in there with the idea. Right? Still fine in theory. Second sweep. Want to see it lift now, otherwise this is going to take me out break even. That's fun. Right? If we get a lift and a strong push, then I can at least move my stop and get a couple of points out of this, but this is having a lot of trouble. Goodness me. There we go. Probably, again, why am I not adding to this? Got to break above this at 36. You know what? I don't really like this. I'm gonna take this off. I love the reaction. I just don't like how it's having a lot of trouble. So I'm looking to see if it's going to fail down here with that 15 minutes scaring me. Right. I think there'll be another opportunity, but you schmuck. Just not what I wanted to see. This should have been a finished objective and gone. I don't like how many times it had to come back down into here and couldn't run. No structural reason, just not seeing what I wanted to see. So out for peanuts, which is very annoying. I have a friend who went proper room route, found some investors, was trusting them. That's awesome, Tim. Wow.
I think you had a good cover there, bro.
Yeah, knowing that this candle actually did end up coming up, so I actually would have had a reason for failure in here, right? And the idea with the trade, guys, is we've taken objectives in here. We've swept the 945 low. We had our, and you see that this is now closed bearish. That's not good. We've now tapped into the imbalance left, right? I think that was a valid setup, but this candle had to close bullish, right? If this is going to be finished business and gone, we shouldn't have a 5-minute bear bar. Yeah. Now, this could end up being that sweep of everybody that's involved here, and then we run. Who knows? In which case, we were just slightly early. Which begs the question, why did I not get in again? Right? It's very different buying here and then seeing the movement, and now you're analyzing, okay, are we failing up in here? What's going on? Versus having this sweep fail and then this happens and now you're considering getting involved around the same spot. Very, very different. Very, very different. Still leaning to the upside when this is done, right? First attempt to reverse, second attempt to reverse. Don't think we have a third one just yet. Until that's ready, we're trading against the current objective, right? I thought it was this. It does not appear like it is, right? Which means we might have to take this low. Whether we sweep it on the 5-minute time frame, we wait till like a 10:25, 10:30 type trade, which would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? I do think that we should trade back up to the 50s here, regardless if we want to take it or not. But that 15 minutes obviously driving price. Yuck. They know what they're doing, huh? They know
Oh
what they're
yeah,
doing.
brother.
Man, I despise Ninja Trader charting. I just can't justify trading on TradingView with the awful fills. I don't know how you guys do it. You guys that are trading off of it.
There's like the morning low that's kind of right below that kind of internal protected 15-minute low as well. Might just need to run everybody out that got long already, you know what I mean?
I don't think we were really offside by passing on that short. I think that it was exactly what needed to happen, but needed more information on the 15-minute time frame. Right. So what did we want in the morning? We wanted a trade back down to this area here. Well, I suppose either of those. Definitely this low here at 960. Right, but this is sort of internal 15-minute structure. What I don't like is you have our shove and then you have what, 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th 15-minute push down. Gross. Inside of this large range overnight. There she goes. And get that one too at 96. Now that could have been it there. How much time?
That's everybody that got long since this morning, right?
Well, it's also a 5-minute protected low.
Yeah.
Five seconds. Man, I don't want to be early on this, but I think it's justifiable. Let's see what happens with this imbalance. One day I'll have to do a massive back test on the correlation between NQ and MNQ in terms of liquidity sweeps. Because that happens quite often, doesn't it? Man. Really hard to quantify. Did you? This is gross, to the point where I'm actually considering a short at the bottom of the range here just because of how heavy it is. Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Like, I think, especially in trading, right, we can get so easily caught up in back testing and getting more information, but if that information doesn't lead to action or like a significant change in your trading decision making and habits, then it's essentially useless. You know, if it ends up being like people trade based off of SMT, and I think that can lead to, okay, you've got you know, a divergence between ES and NQ, so now that could be part of your trading system. Fine. If you've got like something that's very hard to quantify, like something happening on NQ which isn't happening on MNQ, that's a lot harder to sort of look at because they move the exact same. Morning, Waldo. This is looking like a beautiful 5-minute sweep and failure. I do think we continue a little bit lower though, personally, but we'll see.
It's dirty how we didn't put in one of those like smaller low candles on the 1 minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanted kind of a little body closure or something down here, but
Yeah, if we had one of those ones that smaller ones that low, then we validate it, then I'd be a little bit more inclined to jump in on long on this. But
What are the chances we sweep the 70 lows? You've got internal structure on your 15 within a range. I think that we probably take this low at 76. I'd love if we stabbed and took out everything and then ended up closing in here on the 15 minute. But honestly, that could have been our, like, this was an area. Obviously, we definitely broke above this sort of consolidation. We traded back into it, found strength, traded back into it, found strength. Now we're trading back into it again, finding a little bit of a movement. You could argue double bottom. I don't really think that's valid just yet. But you're seeing that one tick, right? Had that closed above, we'd be looking at a very different morning based off the 15-minute time frame.
yeah,
Our bias time frame. Right? I do think that was still a valid long to trade back into the zone, but again, similar to that video that I put out for you guys, like unfair expectations of price. I'm not going long here expecting this. Whether that ends up and then we've got internal structure that forms, fine. But we can't just long and then expect the moon, right? We've got to break structure first. We've got to at least change order flow, which we didn't in here.
here's that
Predominant
low.
order flow high would have been this. And you could probably make a fair argument that it doesn't need to be that complicated, right? We've got a bearish trend, so short. Well, I mean, inside of a large range, we're definitely in a small bearish trend, yes, but whether this makes money or not doesn't mean that it's a quality trade or high probability. There's probably your sweep that you were looking for,
Yeah.
Mikey.
Yeah. And then that's like
I'm too busy yapping. We'll
15
see what ends up
minute.
happening. See if we get a trade through. Needs to go down and then through for me. And then this would be an easy target higher. But I need it to stab down. I can't just long here, although that's fair, I think, but I need that attempt to resume the bearish movement that can't.
Yeah, these long bearish candles into like areas of interest. Oh, good.
Order submitted.
Little scalp, not getting the lift I wanted so far. I thought this was going to be just a lower time frame mitigation and then looking for this. I should actually have a bit of a smaller stop than that, but or wider, sorry. Not gonna lift for me just yet. Okay. Still think this is viable, but just not really what I wanted to see. Right, and that was based off of the 5 closing inside, which still could happen in fairness. Just not really one I wanted to see delivered. Right, 15 minutes sweeping that low at 96 as well, seeing a little bit of a lift. Probably should have had my stop underneath that and would have still been fine. I still think this is a viable trade, just not really getting the lift we wanted so far.
We got 1 minute left on the 5-minute candle here.
I do think we're getting climactic price action, but I was a little bit too stringy on my trade there. God damn. We got here for a low 89s. Oh, major miss. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. What we got here? 3 to 96. No,
Order submitted.
come on. Get up there. I doubt we sweep this 5 with the price action, but it's possible. I think this sweep there is viable. You got equal highs here that should be taken as well en route to this flat top. Unless our higher time frame just wants to continue pushing down, but I think we get a little bit of a lift at least. Right? Seeing inability to go lower here, we're now sweeping underneath these strong candles. Buying definitely stepping in. I think that we need to take this high for sure. And if we can't take these equal highs, then we're in trouble with this scalp, but we'll see. I'm actually gonna move this a little bit more. And the reason is because I think that this bearish price action, we might have to sweep this candle again. I doubt we sweep this one and go. I don't think we're gonna trade underneath it and continue up higher.
Order canceled.
Okay.
Three minutes till the new 15.
Wow. Breached for me twice. Is that me? It's obviously me. Or does Apex know I'm getting close, or I'm getting a payout submission? That's dirty. That's twice it reached right to where my stop was in kind of no man's land. I mean, you could argue liquidity underneath this, but in reality, like, not really.
This is setting up nice for, like, we got a nice, like, bar on the one. We just need to find the bottom here. Really don't want to see this 15 close below this.
Yeah.
We've got 2 minutes left.
Yeah. Nice body closure underneath. Even then. There's your 7:30 candle. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you're back now, brother.
Right.
That
So
was
ideally
30
we
to
get-
15 close down below, too.
Yeah. Getting your trade back in as it comes down for more. Gross. all eyes are on this high at 325. I do think that 15-minute would be fair, but that's nasty.
That's so dirty, man. That 15 didn't fucking sweep. Or, sorry, didn't sweep the protect them low.
It says I'm still alive. Weird. This candle did close underneath this one, so we do have a valid low in here. Oh god, I'm echoing. Mute that out. Yeah, I probably did. Maybe we got something running in the background or something upstairs. Who knows? Ideally, we get an imbalance tap, and I think I would ride this long, and I don't think I'd be out of this too soon. I don't like, I mean, we've got to change in order flow, yes. And I think that we need a little retracement, even if we're going to do something like this. And then run out those lows we were talking about in the 60s, 70s. Oh, did they really not give anything to us? Possible, if it digs into this. You'd be leaning heavily on the double bottom, which I think is valid, and I am stalking along for probably this open here, which is at 99.5. And that will be for the retracement at least up into here. And that will be the area where we made the decision to break the 5-minute low, in reality. It's a nasty 5-minute sweep, though. Man. No protected highs in here at all. Our last one's actually this, probably that one there, actually at 38. You could argue the high of the bullish candle at 35s. Either way, I think we trade back into this being our valid swing. This high should definitely go. I think it just, oh, not quite yet, 2 points.
Five-minute looks like it validated the low.
Yeah. No, that did right there, yeah. And then the imbalance tap, nasty. Right? We did technically just trade up into this zone. Technically. We've already done that already, though. I'd be a little surprised if we didn't take this, but we could just be leaving all of this for later on and just coming back down for more for more fuel. Currently red about 10 points from them reaching down twice. That closed at 1375. So still, this is still our last bull bar. Second imbalance sweep maybe, but not terribly confident in this for a position. You're talking about? Oh, sorry, you were talking about the 5-minute validation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, 15-minute imbalance above 19.5. Right. In theory, we could actually test the 30s, which was the initial target in the first place. But going to watch. Nothing high enough probability for me right now. I think that taking the failure was one thing, but not really seeing the delivery that I want just yet. Where's that high? I think it's this one here. That's your imbalance candle. May get rid of this. We've already traded into the zone a couple of times. I'd be a little surprised that we didn't touch that, but that is what it is. You're seeing things speed up a little bit now. This is the area we wanted to be in, at least this movement, right? Getting a little bit of a lift. Broken order flow technically. Just not liking the lack of urgency away from this area so far. That could come from here technically, right? If we sweep this and fail at 92. You could even argue we're inside of that fractal, but just nothing that I really like about risking off of this. Right? We got our 15-minute closure underneath. We barely tap back in. I think we're coming for all these now, for sure. You're seeing things speed up there, and now you're seeing the fruition of that. Right? Now, I think we take that low at 76, and then ideally, we grab this one at 71 as well. Let's go. All right, now, if this sweeps and fails, then this is going to be a very violent movement. $16 seconds. Get down there. Don't do us like this. Gross close. Aggressive trading, yes, but with the 15-minute closing underneath that, this doesn't become high probability for me. Mm-hmm. Right? Like this one would have been sweep model. right? But this is going to be nasty if it runs from there.
Put in one of those like nice low, valid low candles there too on the 1 minute. How it closed lower. So let's just see if we can close above. Would be interested in failure.
Right, what do we got now? New 5-minute candle. This is nasty. Do we left it? Here comes the shove.
Where are we at?
See, now if it like runs these guys out and then comes back into here. But she's just grindy. Oh, that's gross. That's a gross close.
Can't justify this.
They're playing with everybody, and I'm here for none of it. Man, oh man. Chop City inside of here. Can this close? If it closes bearish, then I think we get another sweep. And that's basically because of this body closure. So I don't want to be too eager with this. It'd be nasty if we sweep or if we close inside on the 15 though. I think I would hit that. We'll see. Minute 10. We're having a lot of difficulty here though, aren't we?
Yeah.
$55 seconds. Patience. Patience. $30 seconds. Starting to get that lift. Good, but not enough. Where does she close? Oh. Oh dear. Okay.
Order submitted.
I think I'm gonna hit this here.
Order submitted.
50-minute closure. Starting to have major issues. I think we're in squeeze territory now. We just got to get some sort of lift here. Otherwise, it's going to be a short trip. I don't think I'm going to give it that much space. If it reaches for me again, then away we go. She may very well not be ready yet, but the 15-minute did close bullish. 10 points. Where was that? 1950? Okay. Let's lift,
Boom.
baby.
Boom, baby. I'm in on that too. Let's
Beautiful.
go.
Right. Major considerations here, obviously, where the energy came from. I think we've already I think if we're going to lift, then essentially we've got at least that high here at 18.5.
I got a really good entry, so I'm break even on this now because if it's going to run, it's got no business coming back now. No business. We want to see this just go. We should have yeah, like those highs there, bull, and then we'll see what happens in the 15-minute fair value gap here.
Yeah, if this is explosive, then I'm going to be moving this quite a bit higher, right? We still got this unmitigated spot up above. I definitely don't want to be out of this too soon.
It might be better to move because like this could just run, bro. So it might be better to pull your TP up and then trail the lows. You know what I mean? Like because if people get caught offside here at those things, it could just really run. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But like I say, I'm protecting myself just in case. Right, we're trying to catch the reversal here. So, what beauty trade?
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I think this go. We got 45.
Yeah.
Beautiful imbalance. Respect so far. This is if this pushes above here, then we're in pretty good higher time frame delivery. Right, and if this goes above, then it has no business coming up, and I'll move my TP. This would be considered the attempt to continue this bearish movement, right? So I want this strong, and if it is, then we can protect ourselves.
And then this would essentially be your SBS or whatever too, right? Double bottom down here. You know, if you look at the 15-minute, right? Like our range from the 4:15 a.m. candle to the 5:30, right? We broke above, tapped in. We put in we failed the highs, but we did put in a new high internally, right? So it just this could have some juice. But obviously, like I say, I'm protecting myself in case it doesn't, but put our money where our mouth is. Let it ride.
Hey, Zach's in there too, a boy. And I'm fine taking paper cuts looking for something big, right? There's two ways. Either you're scalping and you're in and out for 5-10 points, whatever your systematic trading is. But like if you're chasing a high directional move and you're looking for a major reversal, then your win rate doesn't have to be like 90% or whatever, right? Now this is nasty that we're coming back down. I still think this is valid. I don't like how it's not respecting this imbalance and putting in large movements, but we'll see what this comes up to. Right? This very well could be an adding opportunity, and I'm considering it. I don't like how violently it's coming in. But
I can't add on this. It's either she runs or
no, if this ends up having like a nice wick on it and some reversal, then yes. But I don't like how heavy the order book is. Let's go.
got some work to do now that we inverse there. But if it can get back up above that, then
Yeah, I
go
think
down.
I think this was the mitigation that happened here. I wanted to add that was a little violent for me to touch. Right? If we get a body closure above this candle at 04, then I can go break even. This is exhibit A of why I can't just yet. And in fairness, this could have saved me from a potential loss. But in terms of
Tom, you're probably in from 84, you legend.
oh, did that sweep that? I think it did. It did by a tick. Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Order submitted.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to that. Right, this should be finished business and gone now. And ideally, it taps back in, gives me the ad, and then just goes. But it's very possible that it just runs without us now.
It balanced that price range out and swept. If this gets above these down candles, it's
This is
on
gone.
like Tom. Yeah. And if you're not in yet, like just wait till we clear those, right? And then buy failure.
Got a lift now, and I'll take one off if this runs. Again, I don't really want to be too quick with this. I have to manage this properly. Oh man.
They're not making it easy.
No, they're not. In fact, they're still quite heavy here. Of course, a tick better than me, you legend. You watching the stream? Right, I need structural reasons to get out. I don't like what's happening here at all. I don't like how heavy it is, how heavy it's shoving down when I'm expecting higher prices. I like the sweep a lot, which is the main reason I'm still in. But this very well could just flush through and take a small loss on it. In fact, it feels like it's going to. Right. Now again, this fractal being the area that we're responsible, I probably should have my stop a little bit lower and not be so stringy.
Oh man, it just looks like such nice trend line liquidity to the upside here.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're engineering something. This thing's gonna fly when it's ready, but if she's not ready yet, then
yeah, no, for sure, bro.
right, like they're definitely accumulating. Right, it'd be very nasty if they swept this candle again by like a tick and then ran, but let's go,
order?
lads. Let's go,
What's your order
lads.
book look like? It's my order book is like so green at the lows here, and then as soon as we spike up, it just goes like up into that like 99. It goes like completely red.
Completely red.
Everybody's fighting here. This is a big battle.
Yeah, I want everybody shorting to be just squeezed to high heaven. Right? We've
Well,
already
that's what I
ran
say,
it
like-
out. Like, what's going on
If
here,
we-
lads? What's the plan?
If we can get above like 2203 or whatever, it's gone.
They're making us sweat for it, though. Okay, if we're going to expand, we're going to expand now. I'm going to put that there. 3-point loss or all the glory. Let's go. Squeeze, my goodness.
The shorts are gonna get bent over here, brother.
Yeah. Like, I feel bad for anybody accumulating in there. Like, just hoping for an extra point. This is going to be a rocket ship if it goes. Which is the situations that you want to be in.
Yeah.
Right? But she's just having so much trouble.
The order books are hilarious, right?
Like, what the hell, dude? There you are. Fail here. Mitigate for like the 20th time. Or you're just going to get a dagger that takes everybody out and then goes. In which case, I'm going to have to chase like a pleb. Here I go. Here goes my stop.
Order canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted that close above 03, man. That's where it all rests right now.
You got 3 minutes to the, or 2 minutes, sorry, to the turn of the hour now.
And that's might be exactly what they're waiting for.
Could be. Read about 15 points so far in all of this nonsense.
I only took that one trade at the low, and then I grabbed one off and then stopped break even the second one. But I'm waiting now to see if we can get above, like a nice closure above 203 or whatever, 203.50. Yeah, 203, 203.50, 204. And then that'd be a good area for like a flip, tap back in and go, right?
This is insane. 92, 92 half, 92.25, 92.50, 92.25, 92.25, 92.50. I don't even know how that tagged me out of that.
I just,
30 seconds.
it's crazy how they're holding this level here.
There it goes. Now what, you schmucks? 24 seconds. Do we run it and then run it?
We got here on the 15 got 15 seconds left. This is not looking good on 15 right now. Like I said, let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we got going. It might come down and take 72.
Yeah, I want that one, and I actually wanted 60, but here's your turn of the hour.
If this just goes now, that'd be so dirty, brother.
Yeah, I might have to hop back in on this if it's still showing strength on the order book here. This is the area where people want to mitigate, so it'll be very interesting to see if we tap in and reject. But if we get a body closure above this, then I'm probably hitting this. Okay. What kind of a candle do we get here? Weak candle in here and poor response is definitely a long. That was nasty.
2203 is the 5-minute valid low.
Man,
So,
they're messing around today, eh?
yeah, I gotta see like a low get closed over on 5-minute now.
I'll probably take a sweep if it comes underneath this.
Engage.
Personality wise, we're seeing a lot of the major sweeps having a lot of buying. I think that everybody's kind of taking their
If we get an aggressive stab down into 72 and we like say on the 1 minute, right? Like if we stab down to 72 and take that big pile of liquidity and then are able to close back above 78, then I think is party time. Unless that like kind of happens that way, then I'll just have to wait for like at least a 5-minute to validate a low in order to try to get in front of this. Because I still that data low could very well get clipped too, right?
here's your 70s.
Still upset that never got taken out yesterday.
You still feeling it, huh? Okay, heavy. Need a little bit more of a flush. That one's what, 71, 75?
Yeah, we need that low gone.
I was thinking the second low of the channel, which is why I had that low marked out, but okay, aggressive stab and then recovery. Let's go. Here it comes, sideways and death.
Order submitted.
Extremely violent. Let's go right through. Probably a 5-pointer if it's not going to. Right, but got to close bullish. This could actually head back down to the 60s. What time are we at? 8:04. We got a 5-minute candle actually coming in hot. I might manually exit out of this if we don't close strongly. 8 seconds. Whoop. Gotta clear that high or else I'm gone. Gotta clear it. Otherwise we come back down for a 5-minute sweep.
Five closing below that low.
Yeah, I think we trade back in probably to this SNDR, which I'll consider manually closing, but this is risk-free now. If we validate this low, then I think we can get a pretty good lift. Now that we finally took that higher time frame one. And just looking for explosive movement. Explosive movement right through this SNDR ideally. If we start failing above here, I'll probably take this off, but looking for explosive movement. That's concerning. I don't know why that didn't let me close out of that bull, and now we'll see. Okay, shouldn't trade back lower now. Might just manually exit out of this. Maybe not. Let's go.
Keep it, bro. Keep it. Don't. Where your stop is good, I think. Got no business
Thanks, buddy.
going back there.
Woo, let's go. It's gotta get right through this area, and
She's gone, brother.
she might be gone.
Oh,
Man,
this could get really explosive here. And we got a really nice like CRT happening here on the 15. Took all the liquidity from overnight. This has potential.
guess who's gonna drive
Yeah,
at the perfect time? Do I just set it here and then just log?
come back to a break even or legendary status.
Yeah. Sideways consolidation right above a higher time frame point of interest. Bang, right in, aggressive trade.
Oh yeah, bro.
Let's
Keep going.
go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
If we displace through this high here, this 1 minute high, well,
We've really got to too.
yeah, it's got to go. It's got to get above this.
18
Gotta go
seconds.
for there.
Let's see some lift here, lads. Let's see some lift here, lads.
Yeah, get up there, you dirty girl. Go.
Let's go. Let's
There you
go.
go.
Let's go.
There you go. There you go. There.
Clear, 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 clear.
Fuck. Stand it, brother.
Starting to get a little slow in the taking of the highs as people are taking profits, but I think that shorts haven't capitulated yet, which is what I'm expecting. But
204, 203. Once we hit that level,
yeah,
I think that's when shorts start to really capitulate, right? Because that's the area where we were getting hammered down on the order books, right? Like when we were in that kind of range that we were in.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that from 950 to 11 when we went down, right? Like once we break above that, shorts start covering.
what you want to
And
see
it's
is
gone.
actually a sideways bear bar, which kind of signals some algorithms to cover their shorts. They'll cover on a bear bar, which is why you typically see those cheat code entries. Right? So ideally we get something like this and then just a blast. Right? So this is expected, but I want to see the recovery now, and if the recovery happens, then away we go. But I'm late. I probably won't let it move too much against me if it does continue this this descent. What I want is this bear bar to be extremely weak. Right, we've now swept underneath the last structural bullish candle, so we should see a movement up again.
Yeah, we got.
And this is only because I have to go, not because of a lack of conviction in this setup.
201 here.
Let's blast, lads.
Yeah, send this shit, brother.
Anybody else riding this thing? You guys just watching all the fun? It's got to get above 202, 203, and
Yeah.
we're expecting a blast.
Yeah, this is barbecue city if we can close above. Like if this 5 minute now validates the low here, like I say, like we get above 204 here, shorts start realizing that they're on the wrong.
Here we go,
wrong
speeding
side.
up, speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. Need a blast now. Need a blast. 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 This is going to be an insufferable drive for the wife.
Sharkman is in. Good shit, brother. Still need this close, but
Yep, still need this close.
things are looking good. Things looking up, brother.
All right. This could be a final consolidation push and then the retracement, which is perfectly valid. I do have to run though. She does have school, which is infuriating.